Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about FinTown. That sounds kind of like a European rock band, but it's not. It's an alternative investment platform. Just bear with me. FinTown.eu is a unique P2P investing platform that specializes in rental properties. So I've covered a number of different P2P sort of investment platforms. This one specifies specifically in rental properties. But how do they make themselves different from everyone else? That's the question you're probably asking, and I would just simply say there's 0% commission, and the fact that you can get your interest daily with no lock-in seems pretty legit. What's the catch? Well, let's find out a bit more about them then. As you can see up here, FinTown have an incredibly easy to use website, super user friendly, and that's kind of something that I like because I can't do complicated websites the older I'm getting. It's very difficult. Based in Europe, most of their investment opportunities that are currently online are actually rental properties in Prague. It gives you a full breakdown of the loan to value on the loan, because these are loans that are being lent out for rental properties. It also gives you the interest back, the term, everything right there. So it's super easy and super simple and transparent for you to just understand what's going on, which is kind of helpful, not gonna lie. And not only do FinTown have a super easy to use website, commissionless, and the ability to take your interest every day with no lockup period, you can also get a return of like 12% based on some of the investments on there. So again, it seems great, but there's more. You can invest from only 50 euros. Well, that doesn't seem very much, does it? It seems like a no-brainer. Yeah, that's why I thought. That's why I started looking at them and started to dabble myself, because again, like on paper, it just seems like a great opportunity. 12% return per annum. The fact that you don't have to wait even monthly to get your rental or investment dividends back. You get them every single day. And the fact is as well, if you want to exit right now, you can exit as well. So you can get 3 days worth of investment if you want, get the returns back and on your way. So of course, all of that was really appealing for me, and I thought that will be appealing to you too. Hence the video. And being in Europe, for my European counterparts, well, I'm there as well, so for people like me, I just mean not Americans. I cover a lot of American offerings, a lot of platforms that are open to America only, and the way that these things work, it tends to be locked down for it's very difficult. It's just paperwork is a friggin' nightmare. And as you know, for most platforms, you have to go through this whole know your customer, all of this sort of information that you need to add, and for the American platforms, it's very difficult to get people that aren't American on there unless you're an accredited investor, and it's just very difficult. So I love it when I find something that's based in Europe, has decent returns, has a decent amount of USP, so they're unique selling points, and these guys kind of have quite a few. And of course, they're open to European investors. So myself, you guys, we can all use this too. The sign-up process is a breeze as well. You have to sign up, verify your email, then verify your identity. Like I said, the KYC, the know your customer details, upload your identity documents, and as soon as they're approved, which it takes a matter of hours, then you can top up your account, and yeah, it's as simple as that. Couldn't be easier. They do just have a web app. They don't have an app at the moment. I do personally like things that have an app as well. I like these things. And another caveat is that when you're depositing money, you have to use a bank account or bank transfer. There's no ability to use things like open banking, where you can connect directly to your bank, or any cards available either. So you have to do a manual bank transfer. But I would like to see something a bit more there. That's the only thing so far that I have found that is not as good as it could be. Everything else, I can't really fault it, having played with it for some time. And like I said, the fact that you can take and track your accrued interest every single day. Every day you get an update on what interest you have accrued on your money in your investments. Your portfolio will show that. And I think that transparency is really good. And not only that, and not only do you have the ability to also take that money whenever you want, unlike a lot of platforms where, of course, the money's being loaned out, so you're tied into that loan period and that loan duration. You're not with FinTown. On top of this, they have an extremely transparent fee structure, so everything's just out in the open. So all of this simplicity really helps me. Simple me, simple things I like. You know me by now. That's obvious. And when you click on an investment opportunity when you want to invest, just like you can see on the screen here, you can see the minimum term, the collateral value, location, developer, interest payout, project phase, loan to value, investment type, loan purpose, securing, and the rating based on it. It gives you all the documents, and everything is, again, super transparent and well laid out, so we feel more at ease about the whole thing. So you're probably there thinking, wait, hang on, Ross. You said commissionless. Can we just backtrack and cover that a little bit more, because that can't be true. How can that work? But it is. For investors, it is. And that's the caveat for investors. So if you're a borrower, that's where you pay the fee. So that's how they make their money on the borrower side. You as an investor, there's no fee. It's commissionless. I mean, what a time to be alive. Fantastic. This is why I'm sharing it with you. And if you're thinking, well, how do they manage to pay daily interest if that's not what they get back? Because obviously most people pay monthly, because that's how it works. Well, I'll put up on the screen now exactly how they do this, and they've structured this. So they've structured this in a way between companies that allows them to not be reliant on that money coming in to be able to pay the borrowers, or pay the investors back. So you can see on the screen here, like they've structured it in a really good way. And of course they go beyond that, because all of these projects are vetted for their security as well, so they try and make sure that every property is on the site is of high quality and good for you as investors, because obviously why wouldn't they want that? And if you know this channel now, and if you don't and you're new and you're wondering what is he talking about, I have loads of other videos on my channel about different investment platforms such as FinTown, and I always try and find ones with those little unique selling points that I mentioned in this video, because for me they're the important parts that set one platform aside from the rest. I'm always looking for different alternate investments. It doesn't have to be P2P or property or anything like that. I'm just finding at the moment that there are more of these cropping up as the building industry is doing actually really quite well across Europe and the rest of the world. So this is why there are so many real estate, property, investment platforms shown on my channel right now. It's just because the industry is doing really well. The industry is really buoyant. So that means there is a lot of opportunity in that space. And it also means for me, a bit of diversification in my own portfolio. This is what I enjoy. I like to split things between stocks, real estate, other alternate investments. You just look at the channel to see what I covered so you can understand that. And this is one of those prime examples where you can easily diversify your portfolio with property or P2P and get really decent returns, 12% per annum. The fact that you're not locked in, I think that it's a really low barrier to entry. It's a really, really interesting way to get into real estate investment through these P2P loans that just, again, it's a simple €50 barrier to entry. It's mega. So if you're interested in getting into real estate with solid returns, low barrier to entry and no lockup, then yeah, check out FinTown. Link right below here. It's realtalk.business/FinTown. You can sign up today. Go for it. I've already signed up. It's one of my platforms that I use. I can go through. If you're interested, let me know in the comments. I can go through all the different platforms that I personally use. I try and use as many as possible that I recommend to you guys, or that I do reviews on, or I look at, because for me that's important. I want to be able to actually really understand what the sign-up process is, what the barrier to entry is, what the unique selling points are, so when I'm talking about them to you, then I truly know what they are. It means that I'm spread out probably amongst more platforms that I would choose to be, but I do this for you. So if you're interested, check out the link below. Otherwise, follow along for more, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.